Okay, in this video you will see how to make this delicious plate. Uh, this is pork style Russian meat. This can for me can store for 6 months to a year. And this is a good idea to have all year healthy fast food. Okay, this is the shoulder, four shoulder, um, one leg of pork. Uh, this was on sale, and I approached to make the Russian pork meat. This is the leg. Now I cut a chunk, and this is for fry. Yeah, you can use it for to put it on the camera too. And this is the bone, the skin. The skin you can use too. For that is enough because the meat only fill all the kind I have. And this is a steak, pork steak, to make another different dish. And this is the other one that I can use it for to eat another day. Watch my hand. And this I made this tocino. That is a fat, the fat on the pork with salt, and you put it on the freezer, on the refrigerator to fry. And this is the meat. It's ready on the bowl. I'm gonna put only salt. No, a little water. The water have the meat have the own water, and I cut a chunk, like a 2 ounce, around 2 ounce, because they need to be a little bit because the meat shrink in when after boiling. Okay, okay, the meat is boiling ready and it's ready to can. You need to be to can to put it on the bottom. This is the bottom I buy in Walmart. Um, to put the this is the cap, the metal cap to put on the boiling water and the glass to sterilize, because you have to make sure everything is clean. That's coming clean, but I do like that because I want to make sure the meat stay well for a couple of months. No give a chance to have bacteria or nothing inside the bottle. More one by one, I'm gonna put it. Now I have to fill it with the meat. I use the broil to the stock to their own stuff to put it inside the with the meat together. Now I have to fill it with the stock in the own pork stock to fill it to the like a half inch under the top, like that. See? cap on the top. Make sure it's clean. Now the ring you have to tie, but not too much tight. It's only to keep a little bit, because they have the vapor need to go out.
Yeah.
For the making the vacuum. Filler mold. See, one by one, you have to fill all the bottom to the last piece of meat. More pork stock. Now you have to move the meat inside to to take out the bubble, the air bubble, because the when they vacuum on it need to be nothing inside, no oxygen, nothing. The bacteria can survive inside, because when you put it on the cooker pressure, they keep back, no oxygen, nothing inside. That can grow bacteria or nothing. That's why they to keep that for a couple of months, for 1 year, 6 months to 1 year. You got meat ready to eat. To make a sandwich, to make a Cuban style with. I put the water like that. No, it's like they say too little, but I'm gonna put it on the near to the top of the bottom leg of the can. This is 18. I think 18 inside. This is a bigger. Now it's espresso. It's ready to boil. Okay, because I living near to the sea level, they're gonna be between 9 and 10 the pressure. If you living in the mountain, very high from the sea level, you need to be like 14, 15 PSI. I'm gonna stay like that for 90 minutes. Now it's ready. It's cool. See? Beautiful Russian meat style. The secret is only salt and water. That's it. You see it's very tight because they don't have a oxygen inside. It's vacuum. You see this have to be like deep, like sinking the cap sinking on the bottom. Now I'm gonna make the Russian style Cuban dish with rice and bean, white yam, and tomato salad. Remember, the secret is not to put seasoning, too many seasoning, because you seasoning too much, the meat lose the flavor. See? It's a beautiful dish. And you can taste the flavor. You see? It's a yam, tomato, con gris, Cuban bean with black bean with rice, and carne rusa, Russian style meat, pork meat. Thank you for watching the video. You can have, you make this, you can have for a long time, all year, meat ready.